everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens have battled back and made it to 500, and now they'll try to move past that mark today. It's the Browns going up against the Ravens. With that, we'll send you up to Baltimore, as standing by at M&T Bank Stadium are the two men who will call the action. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us-against-the-world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now out of Arizona State. It's Brock Osweiler.
There's been plenty made about his background as a big-time basketball player. Coming out of high school, but it's the reasons why that I focus in on. The footwork. At his size, having those feet, ability to move around, slide in the pocket, throw on the run, that's helped make him one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
On first down, Kessler. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Oh, he shifts past him. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They're led by their veteran quarterback in his 9th year now out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Started the first game of his rookie year and then didn't leave the lineup for a long time before suffering a knee injury and has rehabbed and made his way back. If you want a guy who can throw the long ball, you want Joe Flacco in your lineup.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Flacco here on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Desmond Bryant. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Kessler now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the catch made by Kenny Britt. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Kessler looks to throw on second down. A little dump off for Crowell. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Into the red zone now. It's Kessler. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the shotgun, Kessler. It's caught by Coleman. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. And the play clock's running down. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now third down. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 0-0 our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal.
Here we go.
On 3rd and goal, Kessler. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Ravens are going to have a first down. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And his throw is incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Well, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now West. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Desmond Bryant in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he rifles one incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, back, are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kessler. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On second down, here's Crowell. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now Kessler, and he whips that one incomplete there. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play fake to Crowell. Now Kessler rolling to his right. Coleman has it here right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Again, it's Kessler. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. Kessler's going to keep it. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
This time, Kessler will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. They like going to him in the slot. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go. Here we go.
from the shotgun. Kessler out to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kenny Brent as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Under.
They begin here with a run by West. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Ravens and the Browns are bucking it up a bit on defense. Neither offense can get going, and so it may end up as a defensive battle for 4 quarters. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Ravens with possession early in the first. Bryant's going to get the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. Offense out now following the INT. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Ravens defense happy to get off the field. Offense on the field now after the INT. Bryant's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 12. Browns take over late in the second. Brent's got nobody around him on the catch, and it's caught for the touchdown. They strike first in the half. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Thursday night matchup.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Flacco. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll run it with West. Stays on his feet, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's West. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Now Flacco. On the screen, this is Woodhead. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what Danny Woodhead does best. Catch the ball out of the backfield.
Absolutely. That's his wheelhouse. 80 receptions in 2015, tied for most in the NFL.
Not a bad runner, too, when they want to hand it to him.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
On 2nd down, here's Kessler. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Kessler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Kessler to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That man can leap, Charles. How do you defend a pass like that and a receiver that good?
Partner, you're really doing it through prayer, because you can cover them totally downfield, but at the end, their athleticism actually allows them to uncover themselves and go over the top of you and make a play.
Here we go.
Now Kessler on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go now.
Kessler again here on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right, and incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Flacco. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
3 down. Ready.
Operating off play action. Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He's going to look deep down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Tavon Young. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. He'll look to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mike Wallace, his first touchdown as a member of the Ravens. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And this one through the uprights and good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Kessler throwing now. He has Britt over the middle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, it's Kessler. Britt's got it, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys on the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Rolling to his left. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Now Kessler looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Browns a 1st down.
All I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 60. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Second down now after the pass completion. Here's Kessler. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Kessler to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So here, and now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So a driving rain, but he steps up regardless of that rain, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
Yeah, and so many things can go wrong. The slightest slip, that could mean the ball game. But he hits it dead, solid, perfect.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
One last gasp for Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.